So welcome back to this international friendly here on a Thursday night on a public holiday in Hong Kong. Healthy crowd here at the Mongkok Stadium. Capacity some 6,600. It's been through many incarnations over the years. Not quite as big as our national stadium, but nonetheless a really great spot to watch some really good sport. And I think they'll be quite happy so far this evening. Hong Kong leading 2-0 with goals from Jordi Pomaro, debutant in the Hong Kong team, picking up his first cap this evening, and also Wong Wai, who was really directing operations there for Hong Kong in midfield. Great header, goes in at the far post. Could have been 2 or 3 more. James Ha had a great chance to put Hong Kong 3-0 up. And also defender Fernando, again with a header. Hong Kong with a distinct height advantage over Laos. And it'll be interesting to see how they do in the second half. Hong Kong looks like they're making a plethora of substitutions. And we'll be finding out who they are. Looks like Roberto's coming on for Hong Kong, the number 2, and also Tan Chun Lok as well. And also looks like there it's the number 8 for Hong Kong. It's a Parisa. And also the number 15, which is Godfried Kari, who again is one of those players that's had a pretty solid effect for this Hong Kong side. So Hong Kong have got a little bit more depth on their bench than Laos, and of course they'll be bringing them on. So it looks like it's those 4 who are coming on. So it looks like it's Roberto, Tan Chun Lok, Manuel dos Santos, it's a Parisha, as we call him, and also Godfrey Kari, the number 15. As we see there, goals from Jordi Teres and Wong Wai, and Hong Kong lead 2-0. So Tan Chun Lok, the number 6, is on. There he is, early touch of the ball for him. Looks like he's taken over from it's quite short at the moment actually. That was Kari. Early effort there with the left foot. Rather speculative. But that's what international friendlies are for. This, of course, a bigger game for Laos than it would be for Hong Kong. But, as I say, Kim Pangong really using this as a situation where he can do that. Looks like Lo Kon Wai, number 7's gone off, and Sandro, the number 11, has replaced him. Not lots of information about who has come off, but we'll try and keep you up to date as we go along. So Laos have their 4th corner of the match, and it will be Pham Pha Vong with the left foot. This is the in-swinger. Yapeng Phai Wow! Offside, I think there. It was very tight. Not really convincing from Yapeng Fai off that corner. Sort of flapped at it, didn't really get enough distance. The ball comes back in, quite clearly offside, but took the finish superbly well. And again, look at Hong Kong, very careful. So Ita Parisa is on for Zhu. The number 23 for Hong Kong's gone off. He's replaced by the number 8. Ita Parisa, which is Manuel dos Santos Filho. The other one of the substitutions, Hong Kong number 11. It's Sandro. He's on for Lo Kon Wai, the number 7. It's a Parisa. That's Kerry, the number 15. Godfrey Kerry. Looks like Elio got a smack in the face. Oh, and Saya Vuthi there with a high foot for Laos. And starting to become fairly frowned upon in the game now, high feet, something that referees are really watching out for. Of course, this is a friendly, so the referees hasn't as yet pulled out his cards. Maybe one opportunity to do so far, but the game's been played in great spirit. So Roberto, the number 2, is on as well, playing fairly high. Hong Kong, I think, would like to think that they can score some more goals in this second half. Of course, it's always difficult sometimes when you've been playing quite well in that first half, when they make 5 or 6 changes. But managers like to do that these days, try out players, rest players, and of course, as we said before, give some players their international debut. A Malaysian referee. And it's Laos with the throw. Expect a few more substitutions as the match wears on and players start to tire. Chuan Kit playing on the right side now. It's Sandro. Great work from Rodriguez in that first half. He's continued on. Here's the goal scorer, Wong Wai, number 13. Trying to put Sandro through. Pretty good game so far from Wong Wai. So Pashueth with the kick. Expect probably Laos to make less substitutions than Hong Kong. James Ha with a good break. It's a good ball in. And they're at 6s and 7s. Sandro was in there as well. James Hart, great first half for him. Should have really capped it off with a goal. But looking dangerous in that front line for Hong Kong. Certainly got a lot of power, very strong. And like to drift down that right side. But now Zhu's off for Hong Kong. It'll be interesting to see how much space and time they get down that right side. It was certainly the vulnerability of Laos in that first half. Ser Vuth, captain of Laos, the number 10, working hard. And a great ball slipped in. Rodriguez trying his best, but looks like he committed a foul. See there, it's a little bit clumsy. Substitute into Parisha, and the number 8 just slipping Rodriguez in down that left flank. So a little bit more of the ball here so far in the second half. James Hart gets away. Sandro again, nice and athletic. Sandro. Elio knocks it across to Roberto. See, Roberto will play a high line up the flanks. Here's Kerry, the number 15 for Hong Kong. Strong, mobile character. But, just caught offside there in that position. He's always looking for a goal. He has an eye for goal. So 10 minutes gone in the second half. A little bit less eventful than the first so far. Both teams trying to find their way. Of course, Hong Kong made 5 substitutions, so that's bound to just upset the balance slightly. Laos getting a little bit more joy in this second half, just seeing the ball a little bit more, playing maybe not such a deep line, realising that they need to push up on Hong Kong. Hong Kong, of course, this is very experimental for them, wanting to try out new players. James Hart again. He's got a lot of pace, a lot of power, maybe sometimes just lacks a little bit of composure, as we saw in that first half. Again, it's that substitute. And for Laos, he'll pick up free kick for them. Sea Bonsu. Yabeng Fai. Just making sure that the two-man wall just covers that near post for him. Long way out, this shot anyway. Have an effort, but really, really well positioned from the very experienced Hong Kong goalkeeper and the Hong Kong captain. Elio, bring it away. It's quite nice sometimes how Hong Kong are playing out from the back, keeping their composure. Getting all the players involved. That's always important. Intention lock. Mark Chan, as he's known. Just maybe getting caught a little bit there. And, Roberto. Again, looking composed. There's Mark Lock. To Parisa with the ball for James Hart. But even with his pace, not really able to get hold of the ball. So good work. And a great ball from Athep there, almost in. But controlled there very nicely, Rodriguez. Sandro chasing. Big, long, tall, very long legs. Bounds around the pitch. Here's Kerry. Kerry again. Commits the foul. Lassie goes down rather easily there in the end. Match just tightened up a little bit. Laos playing a little bit more forward, not sitting so deep, not allowing Hong Kong as much space as they did in that first half. And Wong Wai, the Hong Kong goal scorer, on 13 minutes for them, scoring their second goal. Requiring a little bit of assistance from the physio. Good crowd here, making some good noise. Always nice to see in this 6,000-seater Mongkok Stadium. So it looks like Wong Wai is okay to continue. Mike Wong there, the Singaporean, the Laos manager and technical director. So Kerry gets slipped in. And also, Sandro was in there as well. And if there's anything going on right now for Laos on the pitch, it's that man, Saya Bunsu, their only substitute so far. So Roberto just cleaning up nicely. Hong Kong again, very patiently playing out from the back. As you can see, Laos just pressing out a little bit more in this second half, not allowing Hong Kong as many opportunities. It was certainly very open and very vulnerable in that first half. Here's Sandro, almost gets the ball down. Some great skill. Laos there showing a little bit more composure on the ball. So Rodriguez, Tanchun, Lock, kicks the ball out. Lassie, looks like some cramp from him more than anything. Laos will make another substitution. They will take off Sompuheth, the left back. Bring on the number 11, that's Pashantha, the number 11 for them. And also looks like Lassie going off, and whether he returns, we're not quite sure at the moment. They'll certainly do a little bit more treatment on the sidelines. So 62 minutes gone here at the Mongkok Stadium in Hong Kong. It's the international friendly night. Hong Kong leading 2-0 against this Laos team, who've certainly come out in a much better frame of mind in this second half. Hong Kong struggling to break them down, actually. So as we say that, Helio with a great run from midfield. Rodriguez puts the left foot in, and it's an opportunity. And Sandro there. Again, 3 players. And Lunlausi does make way for Nathasuk, the number 15. So unfortunately that was offside, that goal, but good opportunity again for Hong Kong. Sandro showing his power. A great chance again. Ma with the ball. Looked like that was in from Kerry. Kerry very close. James Ha again, great run down the right side. Again, just showing his power there. Kerry just grazing the edge of the net, giving Pashuev no chance. But, Hong Kong now just stepping up a little bit. Kerry there. That was not a good sight to see. Lunlausi picking up that injury. We thought perhaps it was cramp originally, but looking like a little bit more permanent. As Hong Kong are just putting a little bit more pressure. A mistake there from Wong Wai, allowing Laos just to hit on the break. Saya Bunsu. And early substitute. Good work from the Hong Kong number 8. Puts Kerry in, but also Sandro was there, Kerry was there. To Parisa with the run, good strong tackling. But in the end, it almost looked like the 2 Hong Kong players got in each other's way. After a bit of a hiatus in this early part of the second half, Hong Kong look now as if they're starting to push forward. Laos looking a little bit overrun. There's always that chance they can hit Hong Kong on the break. Good opportunity for them. So James Hart working hard back there for Hong Kong. Chan Chun Lok, the Hong Kong substitute, does well. Here's Kerry. Ball across to Rodriguez. Knock it in. To Parisa. Well, fell under his own feet, really. It's Roberto. Easy cross in the end, just picked up by Pashuev. So Laos, really, I suppose it's damage control here in this second half. They could get through the half without Hong Kong scoring. That will be job done for them. Haven't really looked dangerous at all. And just that one shot on target in the first half for them. certainly playing a higher line, looking a little bit more confident, realising that it's a game that they could probably do well. Had that disallowed goal, which was a shame. Hong Kong are off, and here is Kerry Kerry, showing great composure, but he will get the penalty. Just about to pull the trigger, and Pashueth, very lucky, get away with a yellow card there in the end. He was pretty much last man, and probably should have gone for that. Great ball through from Sandro. And I think the goalkeeper's very lucky to still be on the field. Godfrey Kerry. Denied the chance of scoring. And it will be the Hong Kong number 8, Ita Parisa, came on as a substitute at half-time for them against Pashueth. Left-footed player, and the goalkeeper, what can he do? On a really really bad penalty there. Right in the perfect line for the goalkeeper. What a great save in the end from him. And it was worth pulling Kerry down then. Not really far enough in the corner. He'll be disappointed with that one. So will Kim Pang-gon. So the score stays the same. Hong Kong still leading 2-0. Just coming up to 70 minutes. Second missed penalty for Hong Kong in 2 matches. Pereira, of course, missing that penalty against Malaysia in that crucial AFC qualifying match last time out, where they drew 1-1. And this time, it's the Hong Kong number 8, Manuel dos Santos Filho. Ita Parisa missing the penalty for Hong Kong. Probably not going to prove crucial in the context of this match, but certainly it's a situation that Hong Kong will need to address. Kerry again causing all sorts of problems along and outside the box. Sandro was in there, but Kerry caught offside. The linesman very decisive with the frag there. And again, as we've seen in previous matches, especially against North Korea, Kerry was very frustrated in that match. And he tends to let his attitude sometimes get the better of him. Certainly a very talented player. So, a little bit more action in this second half after a bit of a placid start. And it's still Hong Kong leading 2-0 in this international friendly from the Mongkok Stadium. Laos, however, a little bit more in this match now. Tan Chun Lok there, just with the foul. Laos just edging their way. Shuvanong there, and that will be his last contribution of this match. He will be replaced by the number 16 for Laos, Sipu Hiang. Shirvong off, the number 9. Pretty good match for him, but obviously Laos just need a few fresh legs. Sandro looking for the long ball, trying to find the missed penalty taker, but this time redeems himself. It's a Parisa into Kerry. Strong run, and leaving the goalkeeper no chance really in the end. Good combination from the 3 substitutes. And that's what Kerry's really good at, really strong, times the run beautifully. And this time, the decisive header. Godfrey Kerry. Thoroughly deserved goal. Great contribution so far since he's been on the field. And you get the feeling as Laos will tire, there might be more opportunities for Hong Kong to score. Still about 18 minutes to go in this match, so plenty of time for Hong Kong just to put a bit of a marker down. As we said before, they've perhaps been a little bit short of goals in their AFC qualifying. Really late tackle from Saya Bonsu. As Rodriguez tried to take the ball away. Challenge from behind there, worthy of a yellow card. And the referee now had enough of some of the situations. Is brandishing the cards. That's a great ball in. Unbelievable there. Wong Wai with the back heel. It was almost impossible for Hong Kong there to conspire to miss that opportunity. They miss it, they did. Sandro with a great ball in. I'm sure we'll get a chance to look at that again in a second. But Laos with from a threat. Sandro will look up. He's going to look to hit the right flank. And Godfrey Kerry cuts inside. Finds into Prisa. But not having a good match so far for him. Came on as a second-half substitution. Could have scored, of course, with that penalty. Rodriguez just giving Yap Hung Fai a little bit of a touch there. Song Kong come away again. Tan Chun Lok. Ita Prisa. He'll take the ball back. Great little ball through. Certainly has brought a different flavour to this Hong Kong side. Rodriguez will knock it in. And again, Hong Kong so close. Great run there from the Hong Kong number 2, Roberto. It looks like that will be Wong Wai's last contribution of this match. Will be replaced by Alexander. And you see there, that was the back heel. Wong Wai for his second shot. Very creative, but really should have done better. So Hong Kong bring on number 12. Alexander. 15th cap for him for the Hong Kong national side. And as if Laos didn't need more, Alexander coming on, more firepower, more players up front. So number 4, Sudiamath comes off for Laos, and he'll be replaced by Son Thanalay. It's actually Chant Thanalangs. Chant Thanalangzi. So Hong Kong comfortably in front against Laos in this international friendly here from the Mongkok Stadium. But, Laos getting a little bit more into this match in the second half. Roberto doing well. Hong Kong has made some good substitutions, this one of them. Tan Chun Lok and also this man, Sandro, very powerful. Gets it onto his left foot, draws the foul in a really dangerous position for Hong Kong. Great run, really long legs, quite gangly at times, Sandro. But the ball seems to stick to his foot. Likes to favour that left side a lot of the time. And Pashueth, four-man wall for Laos. Just trying to guard against that near post. Will be Sandro. And from this angle, you'd think that he would have a go at goal. Goalkeeper covering that left side. And again, not really too much conviction there, not really a shot, not really a cross, and in the end, made it pretty easy for the goalkeeper. So Rodriguez put in a good shift from him tonight. For Hong Kong, really played well down that left flank, especially on his Hong Kong debut. Plays where James McKee normally plays, down that left flank. It'll be interesting if they bring McKee on a little bit later. That would certainly affect Laos with that pace. Son and Rodriguez again with the ball. A couple of Hong Kong players in there. But this time, good distribution. Gets Laos away. Gives them a chance for a break. Just allowing Hong Kong there. Sil Huang. Just allowing Hong Kong to regroup. Getting back into it. Here's Kerry. Picks up the ball. Doesn't always look the most composed of players, but certainly you can never fault his work rate. Sandro. James Hart deserves a goal tonight. He played really well so far. A little bit more through the centre from Hong Kong in the second half, but I think it's a case also that Laos have not let them get down the flanks so much. Zhu for Hong Kong in that first half, really exploiting that right flank, and that's really where Hong Kong prospered with those first two goals. But, foul there from Tan Chun Lok on Sibu Yuang, the substitute for Laos. It will be Chantha with the ball. But, again, really lacking ideas. Sandro takes his time. James Hart used that speed of his. But, just rather ran into the player there. Again, take it to the byline if he can. Much better defending from Laos, much better composure. You see there Roberto, and there'll be another penalty for Hong Kong. Roberto, great work, really pushing forward the Hong Kong #2. But it was Alexander who came on for Wong Wai, the first goal scorer for Hong Kong this evening. Gets that penalty. See here, Roberto, great run. And absolutely no doubt about that one. Vanazai with the foul. And of course, deservedly the booking. So, Pashueth again. Can he make it 2 in a row against Sandro? This time no mistake from Sandro. Went for pace, went for power. He basically went for precision. Just popping it in, leaving the keeper no chance. Good effort from the keeper though, he gets the right way. I suppose he's pretty disappointed. Looking one way, hitting the ball the other. Great composure from the Hong Kong number 11. That's his 5th international goal for Hong Kong, Sandro, in number 11. th cap for him this evening as well. So nice to see that Hong Kong are getting these players in, getting them experienced. Rare foray forward for Laos. Some great work from Chanta Pananga. But again, that man Rodriguez, tireless work rate from him tonight. It's a bit of an unsung hero, worked tirelessly down that left flank. And it'd be nice to see him on the score sheet tonight. Favavong, the Laos number 7, speculative shot there again for him. Go down as a shot, but not really going to trouble Yap Hung Fai at any point. So Roberto again, it's very elegant on the ball, but asking an awful lot of Itaparisa, the Hong Kong number 8. Missed that penalty earlier on this evening. So Hong Kong now cruising 4-0. And I think Laos will just be happy to get out of here, not conceding any more goals. It's been a pretty good, solid performance from Hong Kong. To Parisa, good work from him. You'll find, again, really, really good work from Chan Chun Lok. James Hart just looking a little bit tired now as we're getting towards the thick end of the match. Say both him and Rodriguez have put in fantastic shifts this evening. You'd certainly think that they're going to be good for Hong Kong's next match. So it's a Parisa, quite elegant at times, looking to find those little 1-2s in and around the box. Talking of elegant, Helio, what a great, solid player to have in defence. Kerry. Looks like he just loses control of his own feet sometimes. Needs to just work on his balance, work on his composure. Laos again, just attacking. Good opportunity to maybe get a consolation goal for them. But for all their efforts in this second half, really haven't threatened the Hong Kong goal at all. And really have only had a couple of efforts which are noteworthy this evening. So Kerry with the ball inside to Parisa, caused that man Rodriguez and on the wing. Into Parisa again. Pension lock. And Kerry. And on the left flank, solves the dummy. Gets the ball whipped in with that right foot. Once again, so mobile. Plays down that right side, plays through the centre if he needs to. And rather unusual. From a threat, will take the goal kick for Laos. Guido winning the header on that back line. Pretty good kick, actually. Kerry will bring it away. He's got Sandro in the centre, if he can find him. Not sure who that was really for. All at 6s and 7s in the end. Alexander in there, the substitute, working hard. Roberto will pick it up. Juwan Kip, number 3 for Hong Kong. Played really well this evening. James Hart, as we say, has deserved a goal. A little bit lucky to get away with that one. More of a stumble than anything, I would say. A little bit of a contact there, just throwing him off. But Hong Kong have a free kick in a very dangerous position here. Can that man, James Hart, get on the score sheet for Hong Kong this evening? Good opportunity for them. Kerry's in there as well. And Rodriguez, Hong Kong number 16. Sonta Anale, the number 6, just looks like a little bit of a groin issue. So they'll sort that out. It will be Ita Parisha, the number 8, the man on for Zhu. And he's got a pretty cultured left foot. Let's watch for the whip on this one. A lot of pace. And that was a goal. Or was it? Very close. On the line, a lot of confusion. And an injury in the end. Looked like the referee signal for a goal. I was getting very excited in my confusion there. And actually hit Helio on the line. If he hadn't have been in the way of the Hong Kong player, the ball would have gone in. Pratt still wouldn't have counted. See here, comes off the goalkeeper onto Helio. And James Har in there, sorry, trying to get his first goal this evening for Hong Kong. Of course, Har on his debut would have liked to have picked up a goal. Phaphanki, the substitute for Laos. So, into stoppage time here at the end of the match. Can Hong Kong put some icing on the cake? Sandro whips it wide. James Hart will run to the flank, gets the ball in. Great cross. Sandro again. Rodriguez whips it in. Can Laos hit Hong Kong one last time on the counter? Bit of a wild challenge there from Roberto. He'll get carded for that one. But it's looked good since he came on in the second half. Seavuth, the Laos captain. But he won't mind that. Take one for the team. Really thought that Laos were going to hit Hong Kong on the break there with probably what was going to be the last opportunity of the match. Maybe is now. But, offside for the captain of Laos. So time's almost up to the 3 minutes, and Hong Kong looking very assured. And in the end, it's going to be a comfortable victory for them. One last roll of the dice with Sandro. Berto again down the flank. Kerry, can he just get that ball in? Quite happy just to play around with it, but does get the left foot ball in the end. Maybe a shout for a penalty, but Alexander just falling over. And all a bit wild and woolly, but in the end, they start just fighting. It's very silly indeed. Parisa looks like he was in there, but it's that man. We'll have to have a look at that again, but it looked like it was a sort of a 50-50 challenge. And obviously some of the players getting a little bit upset with each other. Referee doing a great job just calming everybody down, especially right at the death. There's no need there for Parisa to get involved, but for him, missing that penalty was an issue. So looks like he's okay. Fafong. And this will probably be the last kick of the match. So the referee just having a chat. And that's it. So that was the final whistle in the end. A little bit of confusion there, but in the end, Hong Kong win comfortably. Goals from Taraz, Wong Wai, Godfrey, Kerry, and of course that penalty in the end from Sandro, ensuring that Hong Kong win this international friendly against Laos tonight. Bit of a pattern against Laos. Laos had never beaten Hong Kong, and a good effort from them. Hong Kong captain Yap Hung Fai just congratulating the Laos players and the Hong Kong players. Some great work from some of the new debutants for Hong Kong, and obviously goals from Wong Wai and also Jordi Paramo. But the Hong Kong crowd, I think, are pretty delighted with that. They ended up with a very solid win here at the Mongkok Stadium. So let's have a look at the highlights, full match highlights, and early on, Hong Kong really putting on the pressure. Zhu, James Hart with that combination, and it was that man, Wong Wai. Sorry, Jordi Paramo with that first goal for Hong Kong. James Hart with the ball, and Paramo just putting it. And Hong Kong, a lot of joy down this right side. Again, that ball comes in. It was indeed Wong Wai at the back post with the header. Thoroughly deserved goal. He'd had a pretty good match. And Hong Kong over 70% possession in the first half. Laos very content to sit back. So in the second half, Hong Kong made a few substitutions. And this is one of them. It's a Parisa puts it in for Kerry. Sandro to Ita Parisa to Kerry, the 3 substitutes that came on at half-time. And after a few misses, very solid from Hong Kong. But Laos just trying to play it out, and Roberto there with the effort. Slipped it through to Alexander, another one of the substitutes, and he was brought down. So it was left to Sandro to seal the deal, which he did quite beautifully. Hong Kong had already missed a penalty, but as we said before, in the end, very comfortable for them. So a very satisfied crowd here at this 6,000-seater Mongkok Stadium in the heart of Hong Kong. This international friendly where Kim Pangong put out a few debutants this evening, and really looking to see, after that not-so-good match against Malaysia, Hong Kong coming back and winning. So we hope you've enjoyed this evening. Good night. And we hope to see you again very shortly.